Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Sorcery. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're just to join me today as we face our second serpent. The 7 serpents are now down to 6, and soon they will be down to 5. Let's see what terrible thing is gonna happen. You make your way up a broken and half-visible staircase to the mountain top. The evening is drawing in. It will be dark soon. Suddenly the sun is snuffed out like a candle. A hissing sound begins to echo around the rocks, and overhead a larger moon than usual seems to rise from the horizon. Another trick? I think so. This is the Moon Serpent. I am gonna stop to look. You look up in surprise. The shape rises a little higher, a strange, almost translucent ball. Then the round shape uncoils itself. The shimmering body of the Moon Serpent is revealed, hovering in the air above you. Its wide fangs are open, and it is coming for you. Yeah, it is. Whoa, I can do a lot of stuff. So she doesn't like fire. I don't think this is gonna work. I would rather just cast a spell. This doesn't really... the Fire of Danger. It's probably gonna, like, make it afraid of me. Look at the serpent. No. Drink the snakebite antidote. No, I don't want that. That's not... Look at that. It's gonna... Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. And it's got, fins as well, which is interesting. Okay, so light my tinderbox. But I don't have anything that can burn with a tinderbox, so what does it matter? What kind of items do I have that can... No, that's not the one. Because you can light the tinderbox, but it doesn't matter if you don't have anything that will burn. Right there. So, Fire of Danger. This is not gonna... Yeah, will consume pure danger when lit. Oh, maybe this is the one. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, yeah, that's right, because this will consume... I think it will. With fumbling fingers, you pull the Fire of Danger from your pack and strike it. A tiny flame results that flickers in the cutting mountain air. The serpent's eyes glitter in the light. He does not seem scared. Let's throw it at the serpent. The flames of the burning fire gutter as it flies through the air towards the serpent, but you score a direct hit, and the fire quickly spreads across the creature's skin. It seems fire truly is the serpent's weakness. One by one, the scales pop from its hide, peeling back and falling like leaves to the rocks below. The creature is screaming now in pain and terror, and I'm gonna draw my sword and kill it. You draw your sword ready to finish the serpent off. The serpent darts low, and you set yourself to battle. I think it's gonna go for a small attack right there. Let me see. Oh, what the hell? What kind of attack is that? That's a 7, isn't it? Let me go with a 7.1. Ooh, okay. That was really nice. You ready your blade, even though it is weakened. You will need your wits about you against this foe. Then you swing your blade, keeping a wary eye on its movements. The serpent stumbles forward, tracing a painful arc towards you with crescent moon teeth bared. It doesn't look like there's crescent moon teeth, but whatever. Silvery moons are winking out across the creature's long back as the serpent's skin lessens in color. And yes, so that's a 6.4. It's gonna go for a very weak attack, if an attack at all. So it's got 7, so that's a 3, but it didn't consume everything. I think it's gonna be enough. That was a defense. Oh. But that was a kill. What happened? A 4 and a 2, how much? What? You press your advantage, knowing only too well this is a fight to the death. A rapid slice bites into the serpent's hide. The Moon Serpent eyes close to narrow crescents, then fall dark. Its body seemed to crumble before your eyes. Hell yeah! The darkness in the sky disappears and the sun returns as the serpent dies. It seems to coil up, shriveling away to nothing. The bleak mountainside falls silent around you. Your good cheer is tempered by the knowledge that you have barely begun to defeat your enemies. There are, after all, still 5 serpents left. So I'm gonna write it off from my list right there. Look around the clearing first. You look around the clearing. The marks of your blade with the Moon Serpent are still visible in the dirt. There is nothing else here except for a little stonework by the eastern edge of the plateau. The remains of a building, perhaps, or a ledge. Probably the building of the old guy. Let's look at the old stone here. You go over to the ancient stone. It sticks out from the rock a few fingers, then breaks away, only barely distinguishable from the stone of the mountain. Another piece protrudes a short distance away. Whatever was here was large, beautifully wrought once, but now it is gone. Yep. Looking back west across the plain, you spy a dark smudge on the land, a cloud of black dust rising from the wheels of the caravan you encountered earlier. It seems not to have moved, or else it is traveling in circles. That's kind of weird. Are they burning each other or something? Looking east, you see the plains continuing, and then the edge of the forest of Snata, dark and tangled. Somewhere beyond is the distant glitter of Lake Ilklala, which you must somehow get across. The edge of the mountaintop ends abruptly. There are a few carved stones and then a vertical drop. Okay, you creep to the edge of the plateau and peer down. The drop is not vertical after all, but skitters away down the mountainside. You might be able to skid down it, though you couldn't walk, and there would be a constant danger of rolling. Time to head for lower ground, one way or another. Okay, so I can skid down, and that's the only way. Is this the forest of Snata? Yes, it is. This thing is huge. We're gonna get ourselves in so much trouble in there. But it's green. And there's... So, is this one of the... How do I tell... I don't know where the beacons are. That looks like a place for a beacon, doesn't it? So we need to go... Oh, there's a beacon over there. Okay, so we are gonna make our way... Let's just plan our path, our trip. So we can come down here and activate this beacon. This is gonna be a trip and a half. Man, what the hell is that? Looks like an interesting place, doesn't it? Yeah, there's things in here, so we could come down here, just do our thing, and hopefully the snakes are gonna wait for us or something. We could come down here, and my plan. Did we go up there? Did we ever go up there? Yeah, we did go up there. Yeah, that was the. Yeah, we went up there. I don't remember who it was, but it was a witch or something, or a sorcerer, or something, or sorceress. So we have a lake over there. That's really interesting. So my plan, I don't know what to do here. I really don't know what to do. I think I want to go down there first. Explore as much of this place as possible. But I want to keep to this side, to make my path down there as fast as possible. So not to waste this place over here, not to waste the time in the forest over here. But that might force me to go through there rather than through here. I would like to go through here, but I don't know if the game is going to let me. So my plan is going to be to go through there and then go there and then around. Then activate this thing, see what those things are. Just look at them and whatnot. And then from there, we could also come back up here. Up to this thing, and then we could move it so we could do more things. We could go through there, get to the Snata Hills. We could do that. That actually might be a better plan in terms of walking around. That might be a better plan, and then I think that's gonna be a perfect plan. So excuse me for thinking here. It's all coming to me on the fly. So basically, I want to go through here and explore this place as much as possible. Just everything else, and then activate this thing, see what things are, and then see and explore those things if I need to, and I probably will, probably won't, and then I'll circle back. I circle back. Aim this thing over here, probably, and then teleport over to here. And then I cannot change this one, so I'm not going to teleport over there. I'm going to teleport over to here. So yeah, here is a nice place. So then I aim that up there, so we can talk to the guy that we freed, if we can, and then go across the tunnels of deadly invisible Snata cats that are going to kill me. But then from there, I'm going to be able to... I could go up there as well, but the bridge, it doesn't matter. The bridge, it's not needed, because the bridge is actually for here, which is an interesting thing, but I don't think I need that. And then from there, I'm going to just explore everything and activate this beacon, see if there's anything around, and then explore everything around. I'm probably going to need to use it as well for anything. So there we go. That's a plan. That's a plan. Now, on to not dying. You step onto the foot of the ruined bridge and then over. You drop a few feet to the slope below in a controlled fashion, and then you begin to skid, sliding and slipping down the loose stones. You are gathering speed fast. I can't cast a spell. Hopefully I'm not gonna die. Your boots shoot out from underneath you, and you skid down the slope on your cloak, arms out backwards to try to keep you level. You are about halfway to the trees below, to the thick trees below. And I haven't prayed for health too often. I could cast a spell. Oh, that's not good. To cast a spell, you have to lift both hands and craft the starlight, which means you will not be able to hold yourself in balance. Let's pray for aid, because we can do that. To pray, you need to close your eyes. Oh, this is not good. Okay, let's decide on one, and it's gonna be the prey, because I think that is wasting health. Actually, that's a lot. I think casting a spell here might be better, because it doesn't waste as much, and I can pray to Korga to heal me up. So, yeah, I think that's gonna be better. If I can indeed... oh boy. You lift your hands from the ground and try to cast magic, but the stars around you are changing so fast you cannot keep up. You try reaching out to and higher, then you skid suddenly onto your side, losing your balance. The canopy approaches at speed. Okay, let's see how much health I lose. 3. Oh, that's fine. You hit the ground painfully, avoiding a broken neck and broken leg by a mere miracle. It takes several minutes to regain your health, because we're gonna lose anything anyway, so it doesn't matter. I could pray for Korga, and I probably should. We could drink. Let's just look back here. You cast a look back at the mountain slope, but it is all but sheer. There is no way to climb it again. You will have to move onwards. You pick yourself to your feet. You are on the edge of thick trees with no discernible path forwards. You will have to fight through the trees as best you can. Yeah, let's pray for Korga. We haven't prayed to this guy in a long while. Korga has heard you, and you feel better. There it is. See? That's how you do. That's how you do. Unfortunately, my plans are foiled, because I can't go there. Let's see where I can go. This is actually bad, because then there's no reason to go back up here. Unless... That's kind of bad, actually. I could do the other way around. I could teleport to there, but it's kind of far away to go through here. So I don't really know. Let's see what happens. Unless this lets me go south or something. You barge your way through the thick trees, pushing branches from your face. Things chitter in the leaves all around you. Let's look around. You pause to try and get your bearings in the trees, but you are surrounded and can barely make out the mountains through the dense canopy. Something moves in the corner of your eye. Have you been spotted by a beast already? Let's draw my sword. You can draw your sword in readiness. You draw your sword in readiness, but though you see the branches swaying, there is no sign of a creature, and you move on warily. Yeah, we know how this goes, don't we? You erupt from the trees onto an old path that winds a narrow course through the forest. The trees loom around you, twisted and old. There were forests in the Shamutanti Hills, but nothing in comparison to this. Let's waste no time, but despite its age and its size, it is nothing but trees. You keep walking. The forest is beautiful in its own way. Water drips down the leaves and along twisted vines. Birds fluttered through the bracken-like canopy. Everything is moist and damp. The path is winding and frequently disappears. Perhaps it has been made by animals and not by people. I'm not gonna climb a tree. Are you kidding? That's where the Snaticats are at. Let's keep walking. Let's not look at the trees. You are still some distance from the shores of Lake Ilklala, and the voyage you must take across its waters to Lord Zaman. So from here, I think I'm going to be able to effectively do what I meant, which is take the left path rather than the right path. So we're going to go down here and see how things go, and I'm going to stick to the plan, although... I don't know. You walk on between... I don't know what's going to happen at the end. You walk on between the trees. Another night begins. You need to rest, especially after traveling all day without food. The forest by night is a terrifying place, full of strange noises and shifting shadows. You are suddenly certain something is following you, but when you turn, there is nothing there. Okay, I'm going to cast a spell here, because I am pretty sure there must be a spell that either dispels invisibility... Oh, wait a minute, there is. It's the illusion. Sense danger. The sun is not gonna work. Okay. The Yaz causes invisibility. That could be nice. And are they gonna open their eyes? Because they have their eyes closed. So I think I need to basically be very silent. Foff. It's the field force or field of force or whatever. And we have the Yaz. Oh, the invisibility. Okay, so I must remember the Yaz here because it might be good. Then you have the S and the, yeah. Okay, so these are our things here. I'm gonna cast invisibility here and see what happens. You put on the pearl ring and weave the enchantment. Gradually, a thin glow exudes from the jewel and the ring and uncovers you. A jewel of the ring. You step onwards through the forest, but nothing stops you. Something massive, but nothing stops you? Something massive looms between the trees south of here. You continue to walk. I think yeah, it's that. You follow what might be a path and might be an old river through the trees of the forest. The dewy light from your pearl ring fades and disappears. You are standing in the shadow of some colossal stone structure that rises up from the trees and disappears into the sky. You stride forward despite the dark, and you must reach Ilklala and the road to Lord Zaman. Every passing day brings danger. Yeah, hopefully it would bring serpents, but... Oh! Don't tell me if we cross the bridge it's gonna be like an adventure in there. It is, isn't it? It is. Oh my god, guys. If you don't have this game, you really should have, because there's so many things to do here. So many things. Things rustle in the branches all around. The moon sets. More stars appear. You emerge into something of a clearing with a stone pillar at its heart. Not a tower, but one leg of an enormous arch. Who could have built such an incredible thing? And how long ago was it done? Yeah, it's like the other bridge that we found, except much bigger and much prettier looking. Holy crap, this thing. It's a wall. What can I do? I can follow the path. Can I cast a spell or something? Nope. Okay, let's just go on ahead. The trees are thinner, replaced by climbing weeds and shrubs that grow in and around broken stones of the bridge. You make your way to a point where the path splits. I could rest here. I don't need to rest here, though. Let's look up at the arch. I don't need to rest, that's what I mean. You crane your neck back to look at the stone pillar. It is made of bricks, each one normal size, but thousands upon thousands in number. They climb up in the air in a stack no wider than a tree, but 3 times taller than the tallest in the forest. I'm gonna look higher. Then almost beyond what you can see, the stone begins to form a curve, branching into the beginning of an arch. But the rest of the arch has crumbled into ruin, and this single leg is all that remains. The pillar might be climbable, otherwise several paths lead into the trees. Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. So I can go back, I think. What's that one? Head north. Yep. And I can climb up there. What's that one? Climb the pillar. It's very hard to read that, but we can go there. Intrigued, you approach one of the brick pillars to see if it might be climbable. Indeed, the stones are worn and filled with pockmarked holes and finger grips. You cannot seem to manage to climb up while holding your sword. You will have to unbuckle your blade if you want to climb up. Well, sure. Well, it still has it at its back, but I'm not sure that's gonna do anything. You unbuckle your weapons and leave them in a tidy pile at the bottom, at the foot of the pillar, covering them over with large leaves. Then you begin to climb, so we don't have any weapons. The going is tough, and once you start, you begin to understand quite how tall the stone pillar is. You have barely reached the forest canopy when you need to stop for breath, and at the same time, you are not even a third of the way to the top of the arch. And yeah, if you have ever climbed anything like this, I've never done like actual rock climbing or anything, but I have climbed through the front wall of my house because it's made of it's basically rustic stone, and in between the stones you can put your fingers and feet in there, and I've climbed it up, and it's like it's probably roughly 4 meters high, and I climbed it to the top and had to climb back down. When I reached the top, 4 meters high, I looked down and I thought I was just like in the top of the world. It is so tall when you are up there, because there's like an illusion, because you're not used to looking. It's like, I think the reason is that there's an illusion when you look down across the wall, because you're like stuck to the wall, right? So if you were a little bit to the side, you wouldn't think it was that high, but because you're right next to the wall, it looks very, very high. It's really not good. And yeah, I climbed back down and I was safe. So yeah, let's continue climbing up and hopefully not falling. I'm gonna waste stamina doing this and then waste stamina not sleeping. You keep climbing. After 5 more minutes, your arms are aching with the effort. Oh man, I climbed it in 1 minute, and I think it was about 1 minute. It was, I mean, probably wasn't more. I just had to make sure that my fingers were well in place. But you have an incredible view across the forest. It fills this basin from the mountains in the east to those in the west. Its canopy, so tightly self-entwined, it is almost like a sea. The top of the bridge is still some distance above you. Okay. I'm gonna fall, ain't I? You climb even higher until your arms begin to scream with pain. You are so high up now that the drop would not simply be fatal, it would be enough to bury you 6 feet into the earth. Before your arms give out, you swing yourself onto one of the bridge's levels to rest. Yeah, can you imagine playing Tomb Raider with this mechanic where you get tired by climbing? That would actually be interesting. Huh. Of course, you know, the casuals wouldn't like it. And actually, I'm not sure if it would be good for the game, but it would be interesting. This, actually, I remember playing a game where that... Oh, yeah, Tomb Raider has that. Tomb Raider The Last Revelation, I am pretty sure There are some climbing sequences where you have a timer, but only some. It's the hardest ones where you can't rest, basically. And yeah, that one did. It might have been a few other, but I remember that in the cathedral up there or something. Man, I like that game. Anyway, this it's not the Last Separation. It's the other one. Man, I'm going so off topic. It's the other one. It's the Angel of Darkness, the one that everybody didn't like. This is a lower roadway, one layer down from the top of the bridge. Perhaps this was used for servants or goods trucks, when the road above was for nobles. At any rate, there seem to be no stairs or ramps to the higher level, but the view is incredible, and I can rest here. That'll be an interesting thing. How long? Okay, that's actually going to be a good thing because the night is about gone. We're going to rest over there, so I think that's going to be a good thing. Let's just rest. You settle down with your back against one of the pillars to rest. Here, way above the tree line, you are sure to be safe from predators. Even those with wings are unlikely to come so high to search for food. You have eaten nothing today, and I'm going to eat nothing. You lie back and try to forget your troubles. You seem guarded here, and you do not dream. Day 7. You changed to using the Aniline sword, gained 1 provision, reached the forest of Snata, and you defeated the Moon Serpent, meaning there are only 5 serpents remaining. You wake, well rested, though your arms still ache from the climb up to this point. The wind blasts through the arches for a moment, making a fluting, moaning sound. Let's look at the bridge first. You pause to admire the arches holding up the layer above. Graceful, giant stones stacked with unerring precision. Whoever built this must have been 3 times the size of the largest hill giant, and yet as dexterous as a weaver. Scratched into the stone, you see a small insignia. Something rustles in the weeds nearby. Okay, search the weeds first. You approach the bushes, then freeze. A pair of eyes is staring back. Oh, I have... This is good. What is it? Let's listen first. You listen intently. Something is crawling on its belly towards, trying to stay hidden. Whatever is lurking here, it is crawling closer. It's not undead, is it? But it's friendly. You go over to the bushes and spread them apart with one arm. Lying, a shadow inside shadow, is a human figure on its front. It looks up at you with eyes just visible through a cloth mask. Now there, purrs the figure, is a face I have not forgotten. You stare in surprise. It is Flanker! How can... What do you do? What? The assassin jumps ably to... I don't know why I don't know. It's like a... every one of us has this, but it was like something telling me. What exactly told me? Why did I think that... that was friendly? Something rustles in the weeds nearby. It's just... very short. I don't know if they write it like that or if it's... if I'm lucky, but I would say that it's because there's the moaning sound right there, so that's a danger right there, and then there's the double danger, which negates the first one, as I usually say, but it is also very short, and then a pair of eyes is staring back. He doesn't say, like, a pair of glowing eyes, or... I mean, even if he did say a pair of glowing eyes. But anyway, the assassin jumps ably to his feet and then brushes himself down. Well met! Oh, it's good to see you, you exclaim, all but throwing your arms around the figure. Flanker perhaps sees you through as his hand goes to his blade. Stay back. You would attack me? You ask. If pressed, he replies coldly. You can see the wiles of the backlands have been harsh on the assassin. His eyes burn with a hollow fire. I can help him. I can give him rations. I can be his friend. I'm his friend. Right? Where are you going? You ask. The High Examine, he replies. I am needed there. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. He's not Flanker. This doesn't make any sense. Oh, this doesn't make any sense. He's not my friend. Now there is a face I have not forgotten. He's playing on me. He knows I'm known to him. The assassin jumps. Well met, he says. It's good to see you. Stay back. Yeah, he doesn't want me to touch him. He's not Flanker. So I'm gonna press on that. It could be a serpent, but it could be something else. Also, this is what threw me away. To High Examine, I'm needed there, he says. How did you get here? You continue. To this bridge? He answers with a fanatic's precision. I leapt across the Badubak Gorge. I climbed the Badubak Ridge and used my climbing hooks to descend into the trees. I have killed 7 Snaticats before I found this bridge in which to shelter in odds once. How have you made the journey? By means of beacons? The beacons, he demands. You have used the magic of the Archmage? Then no doubt he is sending birdmen as we speak to have your head. As he speaks, he draws his sword and runs 2 gloved fingertips along its length, honing the edge. I do not believe so, I say. But you do not know. Flanker shakes his head in a single movement. You are reckless, Annalander. Foolish. Why are you needed in the High Zaman? I was set to my mission many weeks ago. The goddess demands it. I go where my blade is needed, he grimaces. Annalander, I do not mean you ill, but time spent with you is most dangerous. Help me before you go, you demand. Remember, you are in my debt. I really thought that it was an illusion. Somebody's like trying to play on my memories or something, reading my mind. Because it was pretty obvious that I said before I saw his name, I said it was going to be Flanker. I mean, it was from the description it was, but anyway, Flanker considers a moment, then nods. In truth, he says, I know something that may be of use. A black elf whom I killed for her supplies told me that the Time Serpent, which I have a note here, March Goblins know. Okay, the Time Serpent cannot be defeated. It may be true, it may not. I cannot be sure. Well, the March Goblins know. I don't know where those are, but I'm gonna write it down. Apparently cannot be defeated. I'm gonna put an interrogation mark right there. Okay, so with a final salute, 2 fingers drawn across the neck in the manner of his guild, Flanker straps his sword to his back and swings himself onto a pillar. With enviable speed, he scrambles up to the top of the bridge. The last you see of him is a figure in black leaping away to the east. Okay, let's look at the scratched emblem. The emblem forms the shape of a jagged peak. You recognize it, of course, from your training. It is the jagged rocks of High Zaman, on which stands the fortress of the Archmage. These stones were set by Zaman magic then. It is said the Archmage is old, but surely not so old as to have overseen this? Yeah, you dumbass. Didn't people tell you about 1,000 years ago, didn't people tell you about the Archmage? The giant stone pillars cast long shadows. Yeah, they do, but it's because it's early evening. Or early morning. Let's look down at the forest. Looking down into the forest, you can make out a tower through the treetops to the southeast. Brass shines from its top. Looking southwest, you see a flash of fire through the trees, squirming and moving in a curious way. And to the northeast, you see curling smoke rise, as though from a chimney stack, though you cannot see a house. Look at the eastern mountains. Turning your eyes to the eastern mountains, you spy the end of the bridge, jutting a short way over the valley. And beyond, if you catch the flash... Beyond it, you catch the flash of water, Lake Ilklala. Somehow then, you must climb those summits if you mean to continue your journey. Birds wheel and turn between the stones above. I'm gonna climb down, not climb up. You sink yourself back off the bridge onto the pillar. Your arms quickly start to burn once more. You have to return quickly to the ground. Oh, don't tell me... Okay, it's a single journey. It's good. Whee! Oh. Okay. Slowly, painstakingly, you make your way back down and retrieve your weapon. Oh, that's what I was... kind of afraid of. But when you uncover your hiding place, only your original Analand sword remains. The legendary sword must have been stolen, but whom? Surely not Flanker himself. I'm gonna search for a thief. You search the nearby area frantically for any sign of the other blade, or of whom might have taken it, but you find nothing. It is as though the ground has opened up and swallowed your weapon whole. There are several directions in which you could continue. Well, we don't have a fantastic weapon anymore. That's a real shame. That is a real shame. But do we need that? Damn it. That's such a pain in the ass right there. Anyway, I'm Colonel RPG and this has been Sorcery. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video. But above all, thank you so much for watching. And I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.